Hi guys, today we're gonna listen to Chris Brown. You know, since he's gone to #1 with Fame, Forgive All My Enemies, Fans Are My Everything, whatever, I think we should listen to his debut. I'm just in that kind of mood. Look at this face. Double chin action. Does this look like a face that is very well? Gives a flying fuck? No, I am so sick. I plan to meet up with Sherelle and Shim this morning to, have a little jog around the park and do a 5k en route, and it's just not happening. If you watch Saturday's video, you will notice that that video was all about shit, and literally, and that is all I've been doing, is shitting and vomiting. And I think I wrongly assumed it had something to do with me embracing this new running journey. A lot of my friends have fallen ill, and it's blatantly stomach flu, and it's taking everything from me. I don't have any makeup on. This is proof of how knackered I am, and I'm going out like this today. I'm staging a one-woman revolution based on the fact that I am not well, so I can look like this. Anyway, how are we dealing with this? It's touch and go. Like, I'm doing the whole dry toast, dry crackers, peppermint tea, gin scenario, and none of it's staying down for longer than 20 minutes, down or in rather. So I'm just like, fuck it. The important thing is to remain hydrated. Everyone who knows me knows how I have a disgusting hate for the NHS. So I ain't going to no doctor. I googled this shit, and apparently, you can't take antibiotics. It's something that needs to work out of your system. You need to stay hydrated, and I would stay hydrated if water would stay still. So I don't know if I'm plugging myself with litres of fluid for nothing or whatever. As you can hear, I'm bunged up again. I don't know what's going on with my own body anymore. It's like I'm having an out-of-body experience or something. What else? Lots of things I want to talk about. Even though I've been unwell, I'm the kind of bitch that fights through the sickness. So, return to the boxing ring was amazing. And then I feel really lightheaded. Then I took part in a unwilling 6-mile walk. It was so unwilling. I got home last night and I was knackered. I was meant to get an alarm rape up call. Yes, rape up call at about 5 a.m. 5 a.m. I was wide awake, like embryo style, on my bathroom floor, and I just messaged the girls like, hey, I cannot make it. So I'm still trying to work through this and find ways to not let being ill, because that seems to be a common thing with me, affect any of this. It's not going to stop this journey. I wanted to talk about, what did I want to talk to you guys about? That's it. I wanted to talk about how if you're starting running, how you should incorporate other exercises that you enjoy far more to keep this alive. Basically, I've always enjoyed boxing. It's aggressive, it's challenging, it's aggressive. I love the stinky smell of a real boxing gym. Please, darlings, don't message me about your fitness first boxing thing. That's not a real boxing gym. My boxing gym is in the middle of nowhere. Well, it is somewhere, but it's like in the middle of a really dodgy estate, and the minute you open that door, the smell that hits you teaches you how to endure bad shit all by itself. They go really hard on us. We work just as hard as the guys, blah, 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 blah. I want to talk about something, though. I bought, after a couple of weeks, a couple of years ago, starting to get used to boxing, we had to buy our own boxing gloves. Those gloves, they just stunk. And I bought 6-ounce child gloves because look at my hands. Just look at, yeah, it's not a real hand, really. Look at my fist. Like, that's not really real. Went to put them on yesterday, and these got in the way. Oh, they're so cute, right? Shout out to Jo in Croydon. She keeps my nails looking flyer than But yeah, I almost broke her nail last night, so it's like, do I continue this journey or do I get rid of these? I'm gonna have to think about that, to be honest. I love Bikram yoga. Bikram yoga is something that you should approach with caution, because if you easily get heat stroke or you don't like feeling claustrophobic, I don't think Bikram is the one for you. And then I love to cycle, and that's something everyone can do. Whether you buy a stationary bike or you have a bike that you actually use to get from A to B, it's really cool to incorporate those things, because I don't think one's body can be at its best depending on one form of exercise alone. At some point, my body's going to get very used to running and stop building up any type of endurance, or the muscles will be like, okay, we're here doing the same thing we was doing yesterday and the day before. Whereas if you switch up your workouts, I think if you're doing this for weight loss purposes, you'll see results faster. And if you're not, it just keeps everything really fresh. So I'm feeling so offended by my own reflection that I'm going to do this. Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, I don't like this song. It's all a bit sad, his music, isn't it? Oh, I do enjoy this song. Yeah, it's just a short video to let you guys know that I'm just not feeling on top of the world. I really do not like my dad when I don't have makeup on. It's so scary. Anyway, not feeling on top of the world, but I'm trying to sit on the middle of a country or something, you know. Insert a witty metaphor here that my ill brain could not compute to give to you. I think that's it. We're staying on track, we're staying on target. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Irrespective of whether this is stomach flu or runner's trots or a combination of both, I have now decided to be very honest in saying the diet has to get stripped down. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, or who... One cannot run anywhere on a packet of Doritos and a Mr. Tom, and now I'm learning that I have to give in what I want to put out. And it isn't about cutting out everything great unless you're like bodybuilding or stuff like that, something that really depends on every ounce of fat or gram of protein or whatever. This is purely based on the results you're looking for within yourself. I know that processed food will not suffice for this journey. It ain't gonna cut it. So I really need to stop eating like a 4-year-old child and start to embrace this healthy living scenario. I never thought I'd want to do that, but I do, and being ill like this all the time has let me know that, hey, my immune system clearly isn't strong enough for any mini virus that gets in my way. So I know for sure that eating well, or better, no, well, full stop, will be a companion to this journey, and a well-needed companion, because I think we expect our bodies to do shit without really committing ourselves to what we're asking it to do. Your body and your spirit are two different things, and while your spirit is sure that you can do a 10k in under an hour, your body might be like, well, no, because you've been feeding me Rice Krispie treats and Doritos for the past 2 months. Therefore, I can't sustain any of the energy that you need for me to do this, because what we need to do now is get our body to pull off our fat stores, what's already there. If you are determined to be a long distance runner, diet is paramount, because your body's going to have to learn to use what it's already got. Because some of these distances people are pulling out are like double marathons and shit, you know, really intense times and paces that can only be upheld with the right source of nutrition. Am I making sense? I hope so. Quickly want to talk about Run Dem this week. Run Dem this week was horrible for me. Absolutely horrible. No pace, no determination. Lazy bones, lazy bones, lazy bones. Caught a stitch, dodgy ankle, moaned all the way through, cussed, bitched, hummed the Lord's Prayer, sang the Lord's Prayer, shouted the Lord's Prayer. You gotta do what you gotta do. It was like 5.19 miles in 1 hour 2 minutes. Disgusting, I know. Not disgusting, but not what I would want. And again, this is a journey, this is a process. To be fair, we did take the route to the Emirates Stadium, and I hate this route. Why do you hate this route, Candice? It is uphill all the motherfucking way, and I am like, are we ever gonna get to the top of this hill? Because I don't think I can do this anymore. Literally, if you're running with me or in the gym with me and I'm not happy, it's not very nice. So I bitched all the way there, I bitched all the way back, but then I could see Bateman's Row, so I'm less of a quarter of a mile to the end. And I forgot the gentleman's name, sorry if you're watching this, who took the tortoises out, the tortoises that blended with the hares on Tuesday. And he was like, okay, now sprint finish. And I was like, no, I don't want to sprint finish, I don't want to. Then I was like, sprint finish. I delivered some next kind of speed that even blew me away. And I think what shocked me more than that is the way I positioned my body to propel forward like I was a fucking pro athlete. And it let me know anything's possible. Okay, Candice, you are really fast for someone who's like this big, but you need to learn to make that speed stretch. Because I'm not aiming to be Usain Bolt. I want to be Mo Farah. Do you see where we're going with this? I want to propel long distance. And hopefully once I build up endurance, speed will come. But for now, it's all a bit of a blur and a myth and a situation. Tahira's doing fine for all that are asking. Yes, her video was so amazing. Once again, thank you for your support. Go and buy Chris Brown's album. I didn't. I use Spotify, but go and buy it anyway. It's actually quite decent. Not as mature as I would have hoped, but then not as vacuous as one would have assumed either. So he's hitting a nice middle ground there. And that's all I've got to say for now. I'm sorry that this isn't in place today, but whatever. And I'm sorry I'm not well, but we shall see.